So I promise you, this isn't where I want to be. The sun's going down. This is getting particularly unpleasant. So welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Yorkshire Dales. And can you believe it? It's been a month since I was last wild camping. That's flown by. Plenty's happened in that time. I've done some bushcrafting, been away on holiday, come back to work, and now I'm on an after work adventure. I had a limited window in which to get out, so I didn't want to have to drive too far. I didn't want to have to walk too far, but I definitely wanted a night out in the tent. I've gone ultralight again. As you can see, I've upped my hat game. I've also upped my ultralight game as well. Got some new kit for you to see that I'll be testing out tonight for the very first time. So hopefully the wind will stay relatively mild. Although the suggestions it could get up to 20-25 miles an hour at times. And at least the sun's out. I think it's probably been the best part of today, so I shouldn't get wet. This is somewhere in the Dales I've never been to before. I'm really excited about it. And if it all goes well, it could actually be one of my winter camps as well. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it's just lovely to be out again. I've really missed it. I feel as if I'm a bit out of practice, if I'm honest. But this is absolutely amazing. And I've only been walking maybe 10-15 minutes. And already I can feel myself starting to relax and just get into the rhythm of being outdoors again. Okay, so this is the first objective reached. And one of my very best friends, who's sadly no longer with us, would have known exactly where I am now. She knew the Yorkshire Dales intimately. She also loved potholing, which is quite remarkable because I don't. And that's one thing you'll never see on the channel, is me going down something like that. Everyone knows the Yorkshire Dales is permeated with these potholes and caving systems. It's just something that's not for me. Heights, scrambling, indeed mate, no problem. But for something like that, nah, enclosed spaces, you can keep it. So the good thing is here, is that the water's coming down. Some of it's entering the cave system. And then as the gill goes further down, it will stip under the surface and then come out towards the bottom, because a bit of that was very dry. I don't want to camp around here. Well, I may well do yet, but I've got my eyes on somewhere else. Not too far away. And if I need some extra water and it's not viable where I want to go, I can always nip back and fill up my water bottles here. Right, well that was a rough old beast. There's a spot down there that's crying out to be camped on. It really is. And if there's nothing here, well, I think there could be. That's where I'm going to go. It's quite blustery on the top, and ideally I'd want to be out of this wind. Just have a look over here. All right, okay. Just goes to show some things don't get out alive. Right, let's go down here. Right, well, there's plenty of flat. So I'll find something that isn't rocky. Yeah, I'm going to have a good look round here.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I promise you this isn't where I want to be. I wouldn't be lying to you if I sort of spent the last hour all over the tops looking for somewhere that was flat, didn't have any rocks underneath it. Honestly, I can't find it. The sun's going down. It's starting to get a little bit chilly. I don't want to leave it too long before I pitch up, but I'm conscious that I'm actually quite close to the path. Don't want to leave it any longer though. This is getting particularly unpleasant. Not brilliant. I'll keep looking for a while. All right, let's put it here. Oh, please don't judge me. It's not good. It's not good. And I don't know why. I'm presuming it's because of some of the ground that I'm on. You can see what I've had to pitch around here. It's just not brilliant. Doesn't look too bad from that angle, but the rest of it's awful. I've never had a pitch this bad before. Dan Durston's probably crying into his Ovaltine, but it is what it is. I'll show you inside. It's, well, just have a look for yourself. So you see, it's not ideal. I mean, I can lie across that way, it's not a problem for me. Just might just be an uncomfortable night's sleep, and it seems sturdy enough. I'll go back around and check it all again, but it is what it is. I'm not going to get too much more tonight. I'm conscious that I'm getting cold. I need to set up Need to get some hot food on, so that's what I'm going to do. So one thing from the last video, Aerogogo were particularly keen for me to point out was that using this air pump with a mobile phone as the inflation device could cause unstable air pressure. So they recommended using a power bank in order to inflate the mattress. And that's what I've done on this occasion. To be honest, it worked pretty well anyway, and I'm still very impressed with it, so I can't complain too much. Right, so just a few things before I show you my new piece of ultralight kit. First of all, one of my subscribers contacted me saying their wife's nephew Connor was camping in Edale and could have given him a shout out. Of course I can, Connor. Hope you're watching, I hope you enjoy the videos and you take a lot from it. And if I can inspire one person from the next generation to take up wild camping, then I think my work is done. Secondly, I got this little addition to my kit. So when I showed you my video when I first got my atom pack, one of my only minor complaints with the pack itself is that it didn't have a hook anywhere inside one of the pockets where I could hook my keys on or any other valuables, and I just always felt they were a little bit vulnerable, rattle around in the pocket. So this is from Wild Sky Gear. One of my subscribers, Peaks and Paddle UK, put me onto this, and basically this is a piece of sticky DCF that will attach to the inside of your hip belt pocket, and that's exactly what I've done this time. So they come in a pair. They're not particularly cheap, I think they cost about £6.99, but they're well worth it, and it just gives me that little peace of mind that if I do open my pocket, my keys aren't going to come flying out and then get back to the car and find that I can't get home. And finally, my latest piece of ultralight kit. In the same video, I asked for recommendations about a new sleeping bag or a sleeping quilt. Personally, I prefer a quilt because I tend to toss and turn during the night, but what I wanted to do was get something that was ultralight, packed down as small as possible, but didn't compromise on warmth either. And I think I found it. So I've packed it down in this compression sack, and I'll just show you for a comparison. That's a Katadyn B3 1 litre water filter. So you can see it's a similar size to that, albeit a bit wider and a bit chunkier. But again, didn't take up much room in the pack. And to be fair, although I like my Cedar Summit quilt, it doesn't pack down in quite the same way. I opted for the Optimus 700 UL camping quilt, and this is it. One of the other key features as well is that it was really well priced with a little bit of discount. I think it came to about 123, 125 quid, but I'm just going to fluff that up and I'm going to put it over my sleeping pad, and hopefully that will keep me warm tonight. Again, it's billed as a 3-season quilt, and I think as I get into the colder months I can layer that with my thermals, my duvet jacket, a decent pad as well, and I think I should be well warm moving into the winter, where I'll probably opt for my winter bag anyway. But this is superb. Let's get it set up. So there you go, it's got a nice toe box, but you can also zip it up. It's got press studs on the side as well, as you can see, so you can turn it into a sleeping bag if you need to. I think that's going to be well warm. And it comes with a couple of straps as well, so you can keep it pretty much intact and wrapped around you overnight. So the only thing I haven't done is blow up my pillow. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to get some food on. There we go. Okay, so tonight I've got Scotch egg from Appleton's, and someone messaged me and said if you think that the Scotch eggs are good, wait till you try the pork and chilli pie as well. Well, I went to have a look at one of those the other day and they didn't have one, so I've gone for the Scotch egg. I've got some hippie teas, a hot chocolate. I think I've even got a grenade bar in there as well, so I'm sorted for bedtime. I think I'll have a hippie tea now actually. And then for my main course, I'm actually going to try a Huel meal. Okay, so they're on offer and I thought why not, and it's a cheaper and more efficient way of getting some dehydrated food as well. This one is Mexican chili flavour and it's got around about 400 calories, so it's nearly as calorific as maybe a fire pot meal or one of those real termats, which I have to say are pretty good. I want to see what this is like. When I ordered it from Huel, it came in a little pot as well that you can make it in. but I didn't want to bring that, although it might be useful on future trips, because before you use it, you can store things inside it like a Scotch egg or an apple or something like that you don't necessarily want to get damaged when it's compressed in your pack. So I'm going to have a little look at that. I will probably make it in a pouch as well, so that should be pretty good. And it says you fill it up with 200 mils of water. Well, the cup's 400 mils for my tea. There's 600 mils in there, so I should have enough left over to make a decent meal. Let's see, because I'm starving. It smells pretty good. Oh, here we go, we're boiling. Give it a stir. And it says loosely cover for 5 minutes. Set a timer. See how that goes. Oh, that's good. Okay, well that's 5 minutes. Let's have a look. It's not bad. But look there. Don't know whether I've made it with too much water or not, but soon find out. Wow, that's spicy. Oh, my word. I'll probably have to drink a gallon of water after this. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I'd just like to point out, I'm not sponsored by Huel in any way. Another YouTube goal. But if it wasn't decent, I would be honest. And that's not bad. Right, so let me get this. I'm going to drink my tea and then I'll bring you back afterwards. Just while I was filling up my water bottle there and taking a few drone shots, some sort of bird of prey came over to take a look at it. Wonder what was going to happen. It was quite small, maybe about the size of a sparrowhawk or something like that, but it was definitely interested. Anyway, I soon brought the drone back down. But all in all, it's not a bad camp. I can't complain too much. I broke a couple of my cardinal rules. One, I'm not above 400 metres. Yeah, I get that. When I was up on the top, I was definitely in view of the Hag Dyke Scout Group Centre, and I didn't want that either. And I'm also within 30 metres of the path as well, and I'm not too happy about that, if I'm honest. However, time of day, day of the week, I'm unlikely to be disturbed. It's not on a farmer's 4x4 route either, so I think, fingers crossed, I should be okay. There's no such thing as a bad camp. Some camps are better than others. Right, I'm going to put that away and then we're going to have a Scotch egg and I'll bring you back when I'm ready for bed. Okay, it's about 9:10. I'm just going to have hot chocolate. Oh, that's a lot better. That feels great. Still got my grenade bar to eat, which is salted caramel. But I've also got a few Skittles left over, some tiny bars from holiday that I bought while I was in Malaysia, and then bought from the garage on the way over are these mini gems. Do you know what? They're not that bad actually. But if I struggle to get to sleep tonight, I've got my Kindle as well. Just an extra bit of luxury. Currently reading a Jack Reacher book, so it's easy reading and I'm pretty sure it'll tire my eyes out. But I think I sorted my pitch out as well. So what I've done is I've extended the poles a couple of centimetres, if that. But it seems to have done the trick. It seems to have strengthened things. I'm pretty confident for tonight. I'm not going to get too much wind whistling through here. It's pretty chill, to be honest. Oh, that's good. that's good. Now we're getting into late summer. Nights are starting to draw in a little bit more. It'd be a little bit easier to get to sleep, I think. And despite all that anxiety about trying to find somewhere decent to pitch and everything else that goes with it, I think I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be up nice and early in the morning. I've got a nice little walkout planned. I think I'm going to do all right. So if you've enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. If there's a luxury item you can't do without on a camp, let me know what it is in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit subscribe. If nothing else happens, I'll bring you back in the morning. Hopefully I'll be nice and warm in my new Optimus, but we'll wait and see. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. I got to sleep around about 11 o'clock, which wasn't too bad. And I woke up around about 4. I fell back asleep and now it's around about 6. So I'm going to have some breakfast. I'm not going to have any porridge this morning. What I have got is a few bits of pan au raisin from a local bakery. Sorry, I can't remember the name. And I've even got a little bit of creamer for my coffee this morning, going a little bit continental. Oh, that's great. Still full of cold, I think. But the big question is how did the sleeping quilt perform? And if I'm honest, pretty good. I didn't really get cold during the night. I could feel the temperature dip around about 4 o'clock. But other than that, it was perfect. So I stripped down to my t-shirt and boxers, even took my boots off as well, and absolutely no problems at all. But I don't think it got down too cold last night, so it wasn't really tested, but I was pretty impressed. Oh, there you go, nearly lost a bit. Beautiful. That's lovely. Right, well, I'll eat this and then I'll start thinking about packing away. And the other thing, despite my concerns, the tent stayed upright. Yeah. Well, what an absolutely stunning morning. That's brilliant. I've packed up inside the tent. All I've got left to do is break it down. It should only take me a couple of minutes. That's brilliant. Oh, yeah. And what we'd normally do here is make sure that I roll my tent up and put it away because it preserves the life of the DCF. But I've got about half an hour walk out and an hour's drive home, and then I'm going to put the tent up in the back garden to dry out properly, and then when I store it again I'll store it loosely and I'll roll it up then, so there's no issues with that at all. It's easy to be able to pack it up and get away quickly. Just don't want any DCF specialists spitting the tea out when they're watching this. Perfect. Leave no trace as always. Just some flattened grass. Just have a quick kick over that as well, just make sure I haven't left anything around, tent pegs, anything outside the tent. For all intents and purposes, just looks like a sheep lay. Right, well, I'm not going to hang around. That wind's a little bit nippy. Sun's not properly up yet, it's not warming through. I think I've got about 20 to 30 minutes worth of walking left. I'm going to enjoy it. Well, what started off as a good day yesterday ended up being sort of stressful hour or so while I found somewhere to pitch, but it turned out all right in the end. Had a good night's sleep, had some good food, I enjoyed myself. Lovely waking up in the Dales. Don't need too many prompts to remind me why I do this. But the other thing, it's easy how you get out of practice if you haven't done it for a while. And like I say, that was only my first camp in a month, and already some of my drills weren't as slick as what I would like them to be. Right, it's time for me to get out of here. If you've watched it this far, you've done really well. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment and subscribe. And all that stuff just helps the channel grow and reach more people. It costs nothing and I do really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.